I'll be your Denver Southeast route tonight, and thank you in advance for the excellent coverage. Hey, I'm Koby Nation. I'm a Patrol Specialist with Denver Metro Protective Services. I just got out of the Army in October. So I did 3 years up in Fort Wainwright, Alaska. And then went from there to Fort Campbell in Tennessee. I was scrolling through on Indeed, and they seemed to be, from what I could read from the description, the most active. Instead of doing like static or something like that, just a little bit more active. The pay was pretty good compared to other companies that I saw on Indeed. So I hit them up and they got me an interview pretty quick. Pretty much go from site to site each night, apartment buildings or businesses, sometimes parking lots, and read their post orders. So what the client has described to us on what they want us to do. And then also just looking for various other things like transients on site, trespassers, unsecured entryways, vandalisms, things like that. Write those down in the report so that the property owner is aware of them, or if PD needs to get contacted or EMS needs to be contacted, we can get in contact with them and help out that property with whatever they need. Also do service calls, so if there's a noise complaint coming from an apartment, we'll go there, we'll talk to the person who's playing the music or having the party, whatever it is, and ask them to turn it down as well, things like that. We go to the same places for the most part every night, so you get to learn the site, you get to start to know some of the tenants if they want to talk to you, and they give you heads up on things they've noticed, things like that. And you're just keeping the place safe. Earlier tonight, we came up to a site and we had a red vehicle with I noticed it had a missing driver's side window. So I got out, went and looked at it, saw the ignition had also been tampered with, and various other parts were taken off the vehicle. So contacted PD so they can start their investigation to see if it's stolen. And then while I was filling out my report, a tenant actually came out of his house to come talk to me, and he ended up telling me that he saw the individuals that had dropped that vehicle off and gave me a time frame so that I could update PD on that so they had a better idea of what they were getting into. And also through conversation with him, he informed me that he had seen an individual going through the parking lot, and he'd seen him multiple times, and he told me where the guy is hanging out behind the property. So definitely gonna go and check that spot out every time I go through there to see if that guy's in there. Every interaction you have with somebody like that, you like gain their trust, you strengthen that bond, and then they'll go tell their neighbor like, hey, that security guy that comes through for Denver Metro, he's pretty cool. If you have anything, like, let him know, and he let me know this is what they're doing out here. So I think just through little conversations like that, you can gain people's confidence and trust. We're not there just to bother everybody. We're there to keep your stuff safe. Was at a motel doing my patrol when I walked into the front office to check the cameras and check with the front desk worker, and there's a lady inside that she seemed a little bit panicked, I guess, and I walked in and she seemed relieved, and she asked me to escort her to her room because of a certain family situation. She felt unsafe in the area and was staying at a hotel for the night. So I escorted her to her room and then came back several times throughout the night, and every time I walked through, she came out, said hi, said thank you. So I like working at Denver Metro. It gets you active throughout the night. Every single night is different, which I like. You're constantly expanding, I guess, your tool belt, I guess. Your experiences strengthen your abilities for later experiences. I like the people I work with. That's a big plus for me. Hard workers, they get it done. If you need help, they're quick to come and help you out. If you need assistance on your route, say you've got like 36 hits you need to get done for the night, and somebody gets done with their hits, they can come down and assist you with completing your route. Everyone's super helpful. The second they're done with their route, they come out and help you out to make sure all of our sites get completed for the night as best as possible. The guys are super motivated to try to get things done. I haven't seen anybody really relaxing or barely doing enough to where they just get their route done. Dudes are always trying to push themselves to get as much done as they can. Super helpful. I've done it for other people a bunch. Other people have done it for me a bunch. And it's nice when you have, 2 or 3 guys helping you out, because you were dealing with something that took a little longer than normal. So the schedules are super nice because you know what time to come in every day, you know what day you're supposed to be in all the time, so that rarely ever changes unless you pick up optional overtime. And then there's 2 sides. There's an A and B side for patrol, so if you want a different day off, you can always swap with somebody. The company's pretty good at letting you figure that out and get your time off that you need. In training, we go over a good amount of legal so that we know our left and right limits and our boundaries, and we can obviously check to see if somebody else is breaking a law. And a lot of guys start out at Denver Metro and then go to the academies, and then while they're waiting to get into a police department, will stay with us and work at our patrol to gain some experience under their belts. We have our statics, our patrols, and also our canine units. Some guys use the patrol to work your way up the ladder, gain experience in statics, move your way up to patrol, and then gain experience in patrols, and then move your way on up in the canine. So I was going through a parking garage in Boulder one night, and I was driving through the lower level, and I noticed somebody sleeping next to a car. I hopped out and made sure that they were okay, and it was a transient sleeping on site, so I asked him to vacate the premises, and he was super nice. And I had an extra bottle of water, and I just gave the dude my water, because sometimes I'll give out extra food or water bottles if I have them, and it made his day. Like he thanked me several times on the way out, and he was extremely happy after I just gave him a bottle of water. So I typically try to carry a little bit extra food or an extra bottle of water on me and hand them out to somebody, just help them out for the night, because I know they're all going through something or have gone through something. So whenever I make contact with anybody, doesn't matter if it's somebody in a nice apartment building or it's somebody sleeping in a parking garage, I treat them the exact same way that you should treat anybody. I talk to them kindly, I don't change my tone, nothing like that, and it seems to work pretty well. So you just treat everybody with respect, because I think a lot of people are used to getting talked down to that are in certain situations, and if you treat them the way they should be treated, they work a lot better with you and they'll help you out.